Morning, everyone. I've been wanting to do these kind of check-in videos for a little bit. Figured especially with, the lockdowns and COVID-19 and stuff, a lot of people are going to be stressed. And, I want to try and do my part in keep helping to keep people calm. Hopefully, make your day a little bit easier to get through. And you don't have to join me, but I have a coffee, and I recommend you get some too, if it's the morning, not if it's the afternoon. In moderation, of course. Or get tea. Get tea if you want to as well. It's up to you. Or, just do what you want. So this is just going to be a little spot. You can type out a comment if you want. Just saying what you've been going through, anything you wanna share, if you wanna place it here, and I'll try and reply to it however I can. I'm sure some other people might as well. And obviously, be mindful of your own privacy. I don't want you posting anything here that you're gonna regret later. But obviously, I need something to talk about, so I will talk about some stuff that's been on my mind while this video goes on. Like what I just talked about. Being mindful of your privacy. I think, especially now, that's definitely a thing to be mindful of. You don't have to go all tinfoiled hat, but just keeping in mind what you post on social media like Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all that, because your followers don't need to know what you ate for breakfast. I certainly don't. I don't care about the people that I follow, what they ate. It's you don't need to let your followers into every aspect of your life. I think that's kind of an unhealthy thing to do. Unless you're like a chef or you do like pancake art or something similar to that. I don't care about seeing pictures of what you ate for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't think people care that much. And I think I think it's something that people care about too much of themselves. I don't think I'm gonna explain myself very well. It sounds mean, but I think you should take comfort in that probably people don't care about you as much as you think. I'm not saying your spouse doesn't give a shit about you. I'm not saying your parents didn't want you or anything. I'm saying that some people, I feel, have it in their heads that they need to post everything they do, and that people care how many followers you have. People care what you're doing in your life 24/7, and I stand by that. I don't think that's true. I don't think clout chasing is healthy. I don't think posting everything and getting this rush of adrenaline when you get some new followers is like, I mean, obviously getting excited over new followers is that's fine. You know, I get excited over new followers when, I get excited when someone likes my art. I like someone, when someone drops by my Twitch stream, that's normal. But I don't think posting purely to get followers is not a healthy thing to do. You should be posting because you want to. Like, I post my art online because I want to share my art. But, some people, you're not going to be very happy if you become an artist just to get followers off your art. You're not going to be happy off that. The followers should be a side thing. And, I can't really say I'm talking from experience here because my follower count's pretty low. I only got like 50-something followers on Twitter or something like that. But, my subscribers isn't that high either. But I feel that, people care about a bit too much about their follower count. That should be your side thing. And, and obviously we need to, pay rent, feed kids if you have any. But, people will pick up on when something is soulless. So if you're just posting to get followers, your posts are gonna feel very hollow unless you're really good at faking it. But you're gonna be if you do that, it's gonna be no different than if you're in some office job you hate, because if you're just posting to get clout, and if you're just posting because you need followers for money, then you're gonna end up in a job that you hate, and that's pretty much the same as if you were working an office job and you hated your life, right? The typical depiction of someone in an office job, corporations running them dry, kind of shit. But sorry if that gulps come up on mic. I don't mean for that to happen. With the crazy stuff happening around us, especially this year, I'm sure it's easy to get stressed. I've been stressed. I kind of wake up every day in these, I don't want to say anxiety attacks because obviously I don't think it's wrong to, say, oh, I think I might have this, but I don't believe in like self-diagnosing yourself with something, medical without getting it clinically tested. I don't see anything wrong in saying, I think I might have this. I just understand that, I might have this and I'm having a bit of trouble. But to say definitively that you have it just seems a bit iffy to me, considering, there's tests for that kind of stuff. But I don't want to say I have anxiety, but, I might. I wake up, it's kind of calmed down recently, but I've woken up in the past, say, half a year, beginning of this year, or a little bit behind that. And so like late 2019, I've woken up almost every day, not quite, but almost every day, feeling kind of panicked. Like that feeling you get when you kind of wake up from a nightmare, but like, I didn't have a nightmare before, or at least I don't remember having a nightmare before waking up. Like I kind of have this panicked feeling, and I need to like lay there and calm down a bit before I get up and start my day. Something I've avoided doing, and I think it's really helping me. and I don't know if it'll help you. I'm sure to some people it's gonna cause more stress than less, so, obviously, take everything anyone says with a grain of salt. Any advice you're given, know that every person on Earth is never 100% correct. So obviously, I feel like, this, what I'm gonna say, it's probably gonna negatively affect someone. Like, my advice is to not pay attention to news too much. Pay attention to what you need to. So, pay attention to the restrictions in your country or your state, right? Pay attention to what the regulations are on COVID-19 or any other matter you're concerned with. So, like the right to repair thing a while ago. If you're a repair shop, pay attention to that. Just pay attention to the stuff you need to. You don't need to pay attention to every piece of news that comes out, I avoid looking into news too much. I try and focus more on just myself and the people I care about, my partner, my parents, my friends, all the people that are just around me, because, a lot of the time, like the large-scale news, it affects or concerns a lot of people, a really large group of people, even like, your entire country or your entire state, right? But, unless it's a matter you care about, if it's something you should care about, like, if it's, a Black Lives Matter thing, because that, kind of concerns our whole, or like the whole human race. To call whites a race or blacks a race or Asians a race is kind of incorrect, considering humans are a race. You don't call different types of animals races, you call them species. So if anything, we're a different species of human, but fundamentally we're all the same. So, and what kind of makes me sad about that, the whole thing, is with the Black Lives Matter and the police brutality, is it should have been something we've resolved a long time ago. I mean, like I think it was Morgan Freeman that said it. If we want to stop racism, we should stop talking about it, but we obviously need to keep talking about it, because things get out of hand, like with police brutality and stuff, and unfairly treating a different race or species or whatever I said over another. I think that's just a really sad thing that's still a problem now. But anyway, I'm kind of going off on a tangent from what I was originally going to say, and I don't want to keep these, make these talks like political or anything, because I don't think like this kind of content I want to make, I don't think it should be political. I think people, obviously I'm making this so people can, maybe help de-stress them rather than stress them out. And I know politics is a kind of touchy thing. People get stressed over that. But anyway, yeah, with news, you can't control, unless you're the prime, the prime minister or the president or chancellor, whatever your country, even if you are those, right? You can't control millions of people, billions of people. There is, I don't know how many people are on Earth now, but you can't control all those people. And I think that's, even though it's obvious, it's something I think we forget about a lot. We wish the world was different to how it is now, and we try and control it, but that part of us that knows we can't control it kind of holds us back, and it's kind of like this inner back and forth. At least it was for me. But I think with you kind of have to remind yourself that you aren't in control of all these other people. All these other people, their lives are their own, right? What they do is up to them. So, and kind of getting stuck. Like, you just have to remember, you can't control everyone on Earth. You can't control even, you can't control even the people around you. I mean, you can persuade them, and you shouldn't try to control the people around you, because that's called abuse. But, if you can't control the people around you, then you definitely can't control everyone on Earth. You shouldn't try to, anyway, like I said. If a piece of news comes out about, someone somewhere that did this bad thing to these people, something comes out about how this world leader is making these comments about someone else, then to me, I don't care, really. I don't give a shit what one world leader said to another. I don't, because me knowing doesn't change the fact that it happened. Me knowing doesn't make me suddenly in control of the situation. It just means that I know about it. Obviously, if it's something serious, like if a war's about to start, or if some world leader was saying what to do during COVID-19, obviously pay attention. But if it's some matter completely out of your hands that doesn't really, affect you, or doesn't affect something you care about, then, why bother? It just seems like an unnecessary stress to me. And I recommend that most people just, pay attention to things that you truly care about, like, I don't like going back to the follower thing. I don't care how many followers I really have. It's nice when I get some, but if I could stop my follower count at a certain number, I would. In a sense, because a lot of the times I've gone on Twitch, I'll go into a stream that, like, I'll set the category so that the filters, set the filters so it sorts by lowest view count to highest, and I'll drop in on a stream that maybe has, let's say, 1 to 20 maximum. One viewer to 20 max viewers on the stream, because that small community, that is more engaging than going into a stream that has thousands of people watching. Because, if you ever, you probably have, if you ever go into a live stream that has that many people on it, it's just being flooded with people talking. There isn't much engagement there for really anyone, because, the streamer can't keep up with all that many people posting at once. A lot of people can't keep up with people posting that once, so replies are usually one-offs, rather than actually talking to each other. So I like to go into smaller streams that have less people. And I finished my coffee now. I like to go into smaller streams, have less people, and actually talk to the people that are in the stream. Talk to the streamer, talk to the people that are watching along with me. Because that's just a better experience for me. I mean, some people might like going into huge streams where the chat's being flooded, and that's fine. That's fine. No judgment. It just seems kind of like, this all kind of comes back to the same point. It's there's too many people to control, I guess. You can't. Let's see. I'm trying to put my thoughts into words. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I might sound like a lunatic to someone, but just it's better to focus on just connecting with the people around you rather than everyone. Because as kind of sad as it is with, doing YouTube and social media stuff, if I keep going with this and, if, you keep going with whatever you're doing, if you're trying to get popular on a platform, if, anyone who's making content, anyone who's trying to build themselves an audience, if you build your audience, and you have a huge audience, eventually you're going to get to the point where you can't keep up with everyone who is following you. And that bar is probably lower than you expect. Like, even getting to 10 people is getting to be a bit much for someone to keep up with at a time. So if you join a stream and there's 5 people, that's pretty easy to keep up with. If you join a stream and there's 30 or 40 people, that is already harder to keep up with than before. So if you're building an audience, you are going to come to a point where you cannot keep up with everyone in your audience, and if you keep growing past that point, you are definitely going to get to the point where you can't keep up with everyone, you can't engage with everyone. Someone is going to be left out. Multiple people is going to be the one that gets, quote unquote, ignored. As much, it doesn't matter how much you care about your fans, or, using fans is kind of a weird word for me, because it implies that they're underneath you. I obviously don't stop using that word because of me. If you think that's best for your audience and your audience is cool with it, then whatever. It's just my personal take on the word. But fans, someone will be left out in the end. You cannot pay attention to everyone when you get up to a big audience count, and that's why I don't really care how many followers I have, because one way or another someone's going to be left out. So if I have a small follower count, then that's cool. I get to engage with everyone that's following me. If I have a big follower count, I'll feel a bit bad because some people will get left out. I won't, no matter how hard I try, I probably won't see one comment that they left, or one email they shot me, or one tweet they added me in. There is a big chance I won't see it. Obviously I'll try to, and I'm sure other people will try to that are making content, but it's just something to keep in mind. Yeah, so if I have a big audience, I don't mind. I'll try the best I can to stay engaged with my community if I build one. I'll try my best to talk to as many people as I can. If possible, I'll make some streams, maybe only have a certain number of slots. I don't know if I can do that on Twitch, but maybe limit my streams to a certain number of people so that at least at least then I can truly engage with the people that are there. Because as I see it, my choices have a limited number of viewers, but engage with every single one of those viewers, or let all of my follower base in and almost engage with none of them. Because I've seen the big Twitch chats. I cannot keep up with how fast those go. And I know there's a slow mode, and I'm considering that as well. I think either limiting the number of people in a stream to maybe slow mode, where messages only come in, so fast. One of those I'll probably do if I get big enough to have an audience that big. But I think I'm gonna wrap up this check-in. Like I said, leave a comment on anything that's been on your mind. I try and keep these kind of videos and this kind of stuff. I try and keep my content generally. I try not to talk about politics too much, but if it's something about politics, I don't mind if you post something about politics that's been stressing you out. I don't mind if you post a political view of yours. All I care about is that people are civil when talking about it. Because actually, I'll need to look this up. Let's see, politics definition. Politics: the activities associated with the governance of a country or area, especially the debate between parties having power. Alright. Debate. Formal discussion or on a particular matter in a public meeting or legislative assembly in which opposing arguments are put forward, and which usually ends with a vote. So, I don't know, I was kind of thinking, politics is mainly about not arguing. It's about debating. It's about having a civil conversation. And I hope that if people post the political views here, even if it's something that is in the minority of how people, see things, if it's something, as long as you are respectful towards other people, I am fine with you posting your political views here. And with that said, I'm going to end the video off. I hope you have a good day wherever you are, or a good night, depending on when you're listening to this. You might be listening to this to go to bed. Have a good night, good day, whatever time it is for you. I'm gonna advertise here real quick. My Twitch is gonna be in the description if you want to come in and talk there, because I say this right after saying I don't care about follower accounts. I'll be streaming I need to look at my own schedule because I've forgotten. It's every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. Pacific Daylight Savings Time. I think it's Daylight Savings right now. But yeah, I'll be streaming those days, so if you want to drop by, I try and keep those similar to this, where it's just kind of talking, being chill, just kind of a place to relax. Same thing applies there. I don't care if people talk about politics, as long as it doesn't get, fighty. I don't care. But thanks for listening, as I'm sure most people will probably be putting this on in the back while they do stuff. But thanks for dropping by. I'll catch you later.